I stand for God. I'm not going to deter away from him or Jesus Christ. So if what your message is disturbing that for me, I'm not about to be a part of it.
Now, I have experienced how people are trying to pull that thing. They'll do something, and when you answer back, they don't want to hear because they act like you the angry black woman now. Because that's that title they put out there on our backs and stuff. If you speak up for yourself, you're an angry black woman.
As I was moving through life, God showed me like all the blessings. Like I was meeting people like at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it was lawyers, whether it was celebrities, whether it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? And when you look back on life, it's like it's just a good aura that you put out. I wasn't looking for nothing from nobody. I just was being me.
Basically. Welcome back to another episode of Three Hearts, One Beat. I'm Lee,
And I'm Kim.
And I'm V.
and you got the three heartbeats. I'm just playing.
Girl.
Today's guys, the episode is we're gonna talk about life is what you make it. Let's talk about it. All right, for me, life is what you when I think of that, life is what you make it, whether it's the good or the bad. Whether if you basically do something, you get out of the world what you put into the world. You put good, you get good back. You put bad, you get bad back. So it's like we didn't all been in different experiences of life to where sometimes you don't even recognize it. It's just happening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like God is only going to give you what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? What he feel you deserve based on what you put out into the world. Don't do something just to receive it back. Do it because that's how you truly feel from the heart. Because God knows when it's coming from the heart and when it's coming from when you want to receive something back. But the energy, the work you put into stuff, just in life in general, when you put something out there into the world, that's how it come back to you. And that's just how I feel about it.
Well, with me, it's a part of it is a lot what you was just saying, but it's how it's all still adds up to how you treat people. If you treat people good and respect people, you want that respect and that good, back and stuff. And yeah, life is what you make of it, but you gotta just watch at some point that you be putting out a lot of good, but sometimes you get back a lot of negative or a lot of which you don't deserve because I didn't put that kind of energy out, so I don't want to accept that kind of energy in. That's why I try to always stay positive in everything that I do and try to be mindful of what I say.
Right. You put out positive energy, but sometimes you do get the other side back.
Yeah.
Back.
And that's going to happen because that's life. Like you have different people, everybody carrying different energies, however you want to put it. But all I can say is just continue to be you, be your authentic self. And if your authentic self is positive vibes, positive energy, you smile, but I think a lot of people get it twisted when you have somebody that's positive and they have a positive mind and their energy is positive, they have this good aura around them. They think that those people don't deal with everyday issues or deal with things which they do. On our side, I'm one of those people, and I'm going to show y'all one of them people. I deal with my everyday, whatever issues come. And sometimes sister be in that car and she'll be like, when we, not if. It's just changing certain things.
You gotta put it out
Put
there.
it out there.
You gotta
Yes.
put
So
it. You can't. You basically, you're saying if. You telling God if you give me that. No, it's when you give me that.
I just want everybody to know, like, everybody deal with any, different bad situations that happen in our lives because we all are human. So nobody's perfect, but that don't give you the right to go and, mess up somebody's day.
Right.
Mess up somebody else,
Their
energy.
aura, right.
Right. Just continue to just put out who you are.
So like basically you'll get like me working in customer service, just coming off of some of the stuff you were saying and mama was saying. Working in customer service, you could put out all, because I know my energy is good. I've been told that. I already know how I am as a person. You get out the energy you receive, and sometimes you will receive the bad seeds. But when you put out good energy, a bad seed go slip in there sometime.
Right.
But you got to recognize all the good energy. Like, I think I've had way more good customers than bad. Everything is not going to be perfect. You're not going to just walk through this earth and have good energy and good aura. And people not going to try to shake it up,
Right.
mess with it. Did I fail in the past? I have. You know what I'm saying? But because sometimes you'll be in that good space. And I think what happens is when you're in that good space and you're putting out that good energy and somebody hit you with some bad energy, it kind of throw you off just that second, because you're like, wait, that wasn't my energy. That wasn't the vibe I was giving off, and it throw you off, so it'll put you somewhere else.
Right.
But I feel like the more good energy you put out there, you receive a lot of good energy. But every now and then you go get a bad one here, a bad one there. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. Everything is not going to be peachy and cream and walking. Why people say that anyway, peachy and cream? What does that even mean? But, back to the subject.
But
Everything not going to be on the up and up, everything you do. Whatever you do in life. Like, I was just talking to V about something the other day when I was telling you, you can't expect God to bless you with 100%. Like, you chasing your dream and you want him to bless you with the full 100%, but you only putting in 10%. Like, no, you put in 10%, you go get 10% back. That's about it. You're not going to get the whole 100% back. You want $1 million dream, but you putting in $10 effort. Like, no, you're not going to get. So what you put into whatever it is you're doing, however you moving in life, that's basically how you're going to come back to you.
right.
And go ahead, sis.
I just wanted to add this. It's what you get out of it, because you ever work somewhere and like the person who's like the supervisor or whoever may come around and everybody act different, and you trying to figure out why y'all acting different. They just human, just like the rest of us. But what I noticed, like, as I was moving through life, God showed me like all the blessings. Like, I was meeting people like at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it was lawyers, whether it was celebrities, whether it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? And when you look back on life, it's like, it's just a good aura that you put out. I wasn't looking for nothing from nobody. I just was being me.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
So I say that to say this too. When we was doing security, man, you talk about it this whole time. I'm not gonna call no names, but we doing security, and they have the people who get the contract for the security companies, right? So they do that. You know what I'm talking about? How says like
Which part?
how the security company we work for, they'll deal with this certain person
Oh, yeah.
to and they'll just deal with them. So everybody was afraid of this one guy. Like, they kept telling me, when he come around, don't look at him and don't hold comment. Like, they was really scared of this one guy.
What you could say? You fired?
Right.
That's
Because
it.
they was like, don't do this, and because this person is this and this person is that, and I'm sitting here like looking at everybody because they kept telling me the same stuff. I'm sitting there like, what is going on? So why, when he did finally come around, he said something to me and I said something to him. It wasn't smart. I just, answered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was like from that conversation and that interaction, me and him would have conversation. Then he seen, I think I was scratching my arm or something. And he seen my Saints tattoo. And he was like, oh, no, I got to get you out of here because you a Saints fan. I said, I know you not no fan of them Dirty Birds. That's not why you reacted like that. And he was like, what you said? I said, I
know who
said,
you're talking about.
I said what I said. You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
So
Who that?
basically, what happened was once all that happened, like every time I would see him, I would just talk to him. Like they was like, cause you can't sit in your car, you can't do this. So whenever he came around, I'd be like, D. I'ma just use the word D. I'd be like, I'ma sit in the car once everybody leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I told all of them account people, whatever they want to call them. I always told them like because they be like, don't sit in your car. So ask me why. One time, I go way out there, and one of our supervisors, when he came from around the bend and he seen me, he was like, "Oh no, I don't want her out here. She can't be out here." He go lean over to me, cause remember I told you all of them was scared of this man for some reason. He go lean over and say, "Now Ronnie, what you done did? Cause he done got rid of everybody from out here. We don't have no more people." I said, "Ain't nobody worried about him." I said, "Yeah, I'm out here." So I just started talking, and he was like, "Man, I don't want no Saints fans on our on this what you would call them." And he go lean over and say, "Whoo, girl, I thought he was about to get rid of you too, cause he done got rid of." And I never understood why everybody was scared of this dude.
People
son.
fear.
And then he didn't even seem like that type of person. He always
didn't.
clown.
You met him too,
No.
right? He wasn't that type of dude.
When
to
I
you?
told him who my sister was, he was like, "Oh, you a who that too?" I said, "Yep, I sure am.
But
I bleed
everybody,
black and gold."
this one person, my one lead, no, I ain't lying. This one person, it had like, oh, they was so. I'm like, why is they scared of this one person?
I think people fear authority.
Right, maybe
When-
that's what it is.
And I would tell people, this is not me now. This is me before my mind woke up. The only person I feared was my mama. I was more scared of the belt and what she could do to me than anybody. Cops, I ain't care. Anybody, teachers, they'll tell you. I didn't go put out of people classes because I got flip with teachers. I never feared people who was authority over me but my mama. But it's like, I never understood that either because I didn't have managers. Like, we didn't talk about it when the lady told me she didn't like me. I told her I didn't like you either. She was
Right.
the store manager. So you think I cared? I didn't care.
I just
At a certain point, but it's like, I never treated even my previous bosses, like my last two previous bosses, good souls. Don't get me wrong. Both of them, to me, from what they presented to me, everybody have their mistakes and their
Right,
issues
everybody
that they
have
do.
their-
But their souls was beautiful. They was good. One boss, I always used to talk on the phone with her. We talked about everything from work all the way to life. You know what I'm saying? Then the other one, same thing. He was into like, his thing was like cars and stuff like that. So, you go into other people's world just because you may tell me something I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's the truth.
But at the end of the day, it's like you get out
Right.
what you put in. If you showing people that
That's
you
what I was
fear
getting
Fear
them,
them.
And
they
that's,
gonna feed off of that.
Right.
Like, I don't fear you. I'm not scared of
and
you.
that's
They'll
what,
come at you more so because
You scared of them.
because they
Right.
see that fear is there. Just like I ain't gonna say no name, but when I was working, I used to always get so and so told me to tell you to do this until I had to go to my boss and say, "Did you say this?" And she'll say, "No, where you get that from?" So they used to always you would always try to fear you by throwing the boss. Everybody is human.
Right, they do
I
that.
am not going to walk back and worry about a human. It's one thing Miriam always taught me, and that's my mama. She resting. She always said, whatever, if you get fired from one job, trust me, there are a million more out there.
And you
don't
told me
have
that.
to.
She
You do
told
not
us
have
that.
to kiss nobody's butt behind no job.
maybe that's why I moved the way I moved.
I feel me too.
She
Because
said you never have to
this
kiss
girl
nobody's
went
butt
from
behind
job
no
to
job.
job. So
Who,
like,
you?
yep, I may have lasted a little longer than
Thought she was
V.
throwing it on you.
Right. Try to throw
You
me
did,
under
but
the-
you did go from job to job.
I know
but
what I did in
one
life.
thing about you going from job to job, you had a hustle in between those jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I went from job to job. This was mine. It's like I stay on one job 2 years or 3 years, then I'm out. The next job I think I had, it was 6 months. I was out. The next job, 6 months. I was out. Then 3 years.
Dang,
then
son. At least you lasted 3 more than me, but go ahead.
But
son.
look
3 years. Yeah, no. See, those two stops was. I feel like that was all in God's divine plan. He put me where He wanted me to be to get to that next job I had. And then he just put me in. I feel like everything, nothing was a mistake. Everything was done in God's divine plan.
Right.
I may have not seen, you know how people say, I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what it was going. I didn't know what it was going to look like. To me, those jobs, I was going to be on those jobs for another year or two. But like we said, the energy people put out, and one of those jobs, it was very bad energy,
Toxic.
very toxic, and that wasn't my aura, that wasn't my energy. And I always put out good energy, but it felt like you was consistently getting tested. And I think at that point, getting tested,
Right.
people don't know how to talk to you. They think you, because they managers, or just people think because you nice, you scared, or you fear them. That's the least of my worries. No, I don't bring that side of me out because I choose not to. Not because I fear you, because I don't want to.
What people don't understand is when you suppress that side of you and you finally get
That's
it to-
strength.
when you finally get it to the point where you're not a ticking time bomb, and when you see them acting up and you just be smiling, because I think a lot of times I'm at that point where I be like, yeah, this person.
At that time, I was a ticket time bomb. I
Right.
was 22, 23 years old.
So-
No, I was like 24 at the time. I was very much a
When you
ticking
young,
time bomb.
when you young, you are a ticking time bomb, because especially if you haven't been taught how to channel your emotions, how to calm it down.
Right.
And back in the day, I knew how to fight because she watched Rocky so much. I just was
Counteracted his moves.
I was
Like,
just watching him like, okay, this is how you got to do it, because she felt like Mama watched Rocky, felt like at least
And
a couple
still
of times
do.
a week,
When I can find it, I still do.
like a couple of times a
I
week.
think
So
it's on Netflix.
probably so. By me watching the Rocky franchise growing up, that was me kind of learning how to fight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because it kind of taught me like less hits and all that type of stuff, and move and all that type of stuff. But once I got to the age where I really wasn't fighting no more, because I realized when you out there fighting physically, hand fighting, you don't know how to express yourself. You don't know how to talk. So your whole thing is, I'm gonna fight you to prove a point or whatever, but you still ain't do nothing, because somebody go win, somebody go lose, and you still, y'all both could have just talked that situation over, and y'all probably would have been best friends in the
Long
future.
time ago, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all probably have so much in common, but so many people be caught up in that I'm not scared of you or you scared of me. But a lot of
but
times,
see if they can
nice
almost-
people is not scary. They just choose to
Be
not deal
nice.
with all
All
that
that
ignorant
ignorancy.
stuff.
And the funny part about it, the one person, it was a girl, and I see her all the time. I don't know if she still work over there at the store over here, but I normally used to see her. I haven't seen her in a minute. Me and her had some very volatile words, some stuff was said that shouldn't have been said. But then it was, when it came back to me, the store manager was like, I had to ask her, you talking about the same Shalita that work up in here? The one that's always laughing and joking? The one that's always kind? Because for you to get that part out of me, that mean you was doing enough to make me go to that level.
Right.
To now is like, I feel like I have it better under control. Now, how far? I don't know yet. Because, some people, when somebody told me, and this may go a little off, but when somebody told me, when you have to feed your kids and somebody spit in your face, you have to stand there and take it with all the anger and rage. I don't know if I have that kind of strength.
Right.
He was like, don't judge if you. It's not
This
judge it. I don't know if I have that kind of strength
I
in me
have
to
too.
hold back.
I have too much family to worry about if my children go home.
But he was a man.
I'm just saying this part though. I have too much family for that. If that, thank you, Jesus. God, I guess
I
he
pray I
knew
never
Yeah,
have
some
to
people
experience
didn't
something like
experience
that.
some stuff.
some stuff. And
I pray I
that's
never.
something I'm glad I never did. I never experienced that. Now I have experienced how people are try to pull that thing. They'll do something, and when you answer back, they don't want to hear because they act like you the angry black woman now, because that's that title they put out there on our backs and stuff. If you speak up for yourself, you're an angry black woman.
And guess what? I stayed being an angry black woman because I really didn't care. You're not gonna play me. You feel what I'm saying?
That
That's how I
part.
felt.
But yep, life
But I
is.
always spoke up for myself though. That's something I was taught. Like, cause mama used to always say, don't let these jobs when you go out there working, don't let them handle you and do you any kind of way. You
Right.
know, so
That's
that
why
was,
when I worked at McDonald's, I had a good little week break every month.
They sending you home for a week. Huh?
Mama be
girl, you remember all them suspensions? Cause she go tell us is a write up. Talk about they when they
It's
write
just
you
a piece of paper.
So
Oh, that all it is.
you got it when you say
Now I'm never retired. Then now what is all that ink they put on any piece of paper? I
wasted
don't
all
think
them
that's-
trees, huh?
all them trees, all that ink for nothing.
They really did.
Because that piece of paper, and when somebody tell me I'm gonna write you up, that's just for them to put fear in you. Go
Right.
ahead. One time I was told at my recent job that I'm gonna have to write you up. I said, you want to use this pen? I ain't got time for that because you
I
can put all the ink
just
on
used
you.
to, I
want
used
on a
to
piece
just
of
sign,
paper.
I used to just sign them and walk out the door. See y'all in a week. That used to be me.
Needed that break.
But it was
Look at what happened.
And it was-
you put in that effort and sign that paper, and look what you got
You
out
probably-
of it.
and
You
a
then
got you
whole
week
break. I
vacation.
got
But
a
that-
whole vacation
and
out
that part
of
because
it.
you did it that way, like you just signed okay and walked out. Trust me, you the people that made they think, oh, she ain't gonna do this and she ain't gonna do that. Not knowing every day you ate, the house you stayed in, the bill was being paid, all of that. They thought they hurted you by keeping them that week worth of money dollars out of your pocket. But they was mad because you took it so stridely. You know what I'm saying?
I
Just
think
signed
I
it
really,
and walked.
I think I really didn't care. I think in my 20s, I still,
Yeah.
it's like people think you
get
supposed to,
tested.
you care about
You'll
certain
get
things, but it was certain stuff I didn't let get to me because you stood up. What happened was when you stand up for yourself, which that's why I was getting suspended because I stood up for myself. No, I'm not the victim of nothing. That just was a life lesson to that particular manager. It was the same exact one every time. To that particular manager, he couldn't tell me what he wanted to tell me or do what he wanted to do. So it was most like he always tried me. He tried everybody, but I was the one that used to click out. And when I clicked out, what you think you go get from a 22, 23-year-old? Like you got
That
you
don't
caught
have
anger
no
issues.
kids.
Right, not a
So-
kid. What you thought was gonna happen? You was gonna get told what you was gonna get told, and you went and told your daddy, which is the owner of the store. You think I care? Nope. I ain't care about him either. That's why I quit while he was there. I left too. Like it is what it is. Like but that was over 15 years ago. So we good. We good, son. I think back though, like I don't even know how I held on to that job that long, all them suspensions. I really don't.
Cause they really be needing you, but they be acting like they don't.
I don't know how I did that, but that was God, son. God knew. He said this child got a lot of growing to do.
Girl, it's a hot mess. Either that, or he was trying to see how many write ups you could get in a year.
'Cause- and this was all in a matter of like a year and a half, son. I don't know how many that I received. I ain't gonna lie, I had to be about 8. I got 8 weeks of vacation. I ain't take this job serious. You get out what you put into life. This how I ain't take this job serious. I called in sick. That was when Uncle was throwing that party. I called in sick and went up there, got my paycheck, and went jumped on the mega bus. Came straight to New Orleans. They wrote me up for that. You think I care? I got my paycheck. I don't care. I signed that right up.
You was.
It was worth it.
She was on the whole another bull statement. That girl called this sick. She called this sick. Wake up, paycheck. And called the
That's
bus.
bold, boy. That's good.
Now that's a fire one. Now You cashed that check and got you the first bus ticket out of there.
I
Huh?
was gone. No, the ticket I had already purchased it because
Oh.
I had a little cash to purchase the ticket, but I got paid the day that I was leaving. And you know, back then, direct deposit for me didn't exist because I didn't have a bank account.
Girl. So let me guess, they didn't want to give you that time off
Huh?
originally.
They didn't want to give it to me.
She still got it off.
I ain't care. And I was on the
I'm gonna
schedule.
do it right.
And I was on the schedule the next couple of days while I was in New Orleans.
That's right. If I make a plan to do something, now if I made a plan, I didn't make a plan. If I'm telling you, okay, I'm going back because somebody doing something, and I'm going back home to New Orleans. I didn't just get this information. I didn't get it that week. I got it probably sometimes. I got it the year before, at least 6 months before.
Yeah, they be trying to
I
control
put
you.
in for my time off, and just like I recently saw a little video, like a fake one, like somebody was on a cruise and he's looking for him at work. He said, I put my time in. And he said, and you didn't see, sir, that I denied that? She said that time was
And it's crazy.
you couldn't deny that because once I paid for that, I was going.
Right.
And that's the part people don't
That
understand.
vacation
They're
already
not
paid
control
for.
that part.
You think I care? I found another job. That vacation was
That be the
already
whole
paid
thing.
for.
They be wanting to have control.
Control.
But-
Control
But
that
they don't
make-
understand. Even on their end, life is wait, how it go?
What? Life is what you make it.
Right, life is what you make.
Life is
Like,
what you
for
make it.
example,
You
life
choose
is
to make
a box of chocolates, huh?
right.
You choose to make the employees' life difficult, and then people look at it at now like that's the reason why they have AIs taking over the jobs. No, they got the AIs taking over the job because they really feel like if they don't have to pay for nothing, once they buy the machine and the machine doing all the work, but they still gonna need people to repair them. And besides, I don't think they even thought of the fact like if you give all the jobs to AI. Who gonna be purchasing from y'all if nobody else
With no money.
With no money.
So guess
Who
what?
gonna be purchasing?
Guess what? We gonna all be broke.
Right, we gonna all be one big broke.
Country.
And y'all gonna be running stores and
But I
warehouses and all that kind of stuff with robots and AI but who if the people don't have no job, they have no money, who is buying your stuff?
And then right now, ain't nobody really messing with this country like that. So you can't say you getting it from foreign affairs because
Right. But it's like life is
I don't
what,
think they thought
listen
that
to
all the way
this.
through.
Life is what you make it.
right,
Life is what you
That's
make
why I
it.
say all this is life is what you make.
Life
it,
is
son.
what you make it.
You get in, you get out what you put in.
Yeah, you made some people go win in the beginning. Or some go win in the beginning. But see, they ain't gonna even make it to the middle. By the time they get 3-4 roads down, guess what gonna happen? They gonna start crashing because a lot of stuff is gonna crash. It's like you get out what you put in. When you put in the effort of consistently putting AIs in everything and doing, when I see AI videos, no offense to the people that use it, but to me, if you make an AI video, I'm skipping it.
Right.
I'm not even watching it.
Not interested.
I'm not interested in it, and I could mess with you. I'm gonna skip that video because to know what that is going towards. No, why would I? I'm not supporting that. I'm not gonna support nothing that's going towards corruption of the
Right.
world that we living in today, and that just don't affect the U.S. That affect everybody because once they start getting a hold of it in a whole bunch of these countries, that's gonna put a lot of people down. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I strongly believe, yeah, it's something that's hot and popping right now and everybody trying to jump on it, but I don't believe that's something that's gonna last forever because you can't run this country off of computers like that. You can't run no country off of computers without human beings because you need human beings to do what? Put it back together. Yes, like when I was working at my other job and they had the thing where you had a register. They had like 5 registers up there. And people, we was a fast lane. And then now you go back. It's the self-checkout lane. Like, self-checkout is cool, but that's why when you go to the stores, like, they have very least amount of, that's why the lines be so long, because they have least amount of cashiers in there due to the fact they got machines that could check people out. But guess what? People got to come fix these machines because I didn't seen them machines break down.
Right, and that should have been the first pushback. Like, no matter how many of them they was putting in stores, everybody should have still went stood in a line and let the machines just whatever. But using computers and AI, like, it could happen and be done on a better scale. It's just that they want so much power till they don't care that they killing minority people, dropping all them data centers, whatever. They don't care. You feel what I'm saying? Where, like, I seen a video where they have a way where they could get is these things that be in the ocean, and by it's moving like this, it creates electricity, and it could like give electricity to like a city. You feel what I'm saying? Now, imagine if they would put that in the water and light up everything. Now we don't have this gas, but it wouldn't be no way for them to really make money. Just like the kid who making plastiline, you feel what I'm saying? Making gas out of plastic, turning it into everything is for them to make money. So any innovation that could come about to actually help, they don't want to allow it to happen because they can't make money. They just, I'm gonna be honest with you, they greedy, they greed, they evil, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And by them only worshiping money, the dollar, and they hate, minority people.
That's when the money. That's when money is the root of all evil come from. When you worship a dollar.
Now, AI and electronic stuff could grow and be to the good, where it help people and help us as, in the world. But you have so many evil people that is on the technology side, so they would rather sink everything and let everything fall apart, let everybody die before everyone start coming up. Look at how all this really is unfolding heavy, because you had more minority people then started becoming millionaires than ever before. You know what I'm saying? You have more people in the later generations becoming millionaires. You have less people going out there to get those type of jobs because they're not paying. Ain't that's why the kid burned down the warehouse? You seen that?
I saw the warehouse right burned down.
You get out of life what you
what
put
he
in.
said, he said y'all could have been paying us livable wages. Y'all could have been paying us. You feel what I'm saying? So
The people. This is why a lot of companies fall. If you out here and you still paying people under $20 an hour, and you is a multi-million, billion-dollar company,
some of them be trillions, girl.
that too. If you is up there making that, and you got people working for you under $20 an hour, and you know the cost of living is going up,
They don't care.
you need serious help. You get out what you put in, because when you get people, when your turnover rate is that bad, because people quitting because they going to find an extra dollar or two to pay them an hour, or they just don't want to put up with it, or the money not worth it. You know what I'm saying? If you're paying people under $20 an hour and you making all that money as a company, you bad for the economy. I'm sorry. You bad for the economy. You are the reason why a lot of people is oppressed, because and then this is the best some people could do. Some people never seen 15, 16. So when they throw that number out there, they be like, because minimum wage need to go up to $15 an hour. That's crap.
Right.
That is crap. These companies can make and pay people way more money. Some of these companies, could pay people about $25 an hour if they want to, or more. The work that they got to do, what you asking them to do, they breaking their body for these companies. They dealing with your customers. It's not my customers, because they ain't the money they supplying that store. No, your customers. They taking care of your customers, and then they got to deal with all the stuff that come with it. The only people getting paid some extra chump change is the managers that sit on top, and half of them don't do nothing but sit in the office.
And they don't really get paid that much, because a lot of you be having CEOs out here.
You heard what I just said, chump change.
You be having CEOs out here making doggone 6 figures and all that. They'll be making like $1 million, $2, $3 million a year. I seen somebody CEO making a couple of million a year. I'm sitting there like, You paying, it was Oracle. You fired like 30,000 people, but your new person that you brought in, you paying them millions a year. So them 30,000 people is out there scraping and getting whatever they could get to take care of their families.
And companies like that will not last
God
long.
be talking, because I literally, and people, like I seen one person online that was like, y'all got to take y'all emotions out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is where the money at. But you remember I sold my Oracle stock? I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Something, God was just talking to me, and I dropped it. And before you know it, they was the ones that was a part of all that. But I had dropped it like about 6-7 months prior to all that news was breaking, because like, and that's the same thing happened with my Bible page, because I was creating Bible stories using the AIs, and I was paying for it each month, and I was using it, and I still be having people on there be like, you gonna make it? And I said, I think I'm gonna leave something on that page, just letting them know, due to the harm that AI caused, I will no longer be making these videos, but y'all could enjoy these. I'm probably gonna put something like that on the page, because I still be getting those comments, because people like those videos. But it was like, and I kept telling you, like, sis, I can't do it. Like, something is on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when we started finding out about all the damage and stuff that the AI, the data centers is doing. And I was like, God just be talking to you. You don't understand why certain things is coming to you and why you feeling a certain way. But in due time, it will show. And that was two things. When I let it go and I seen the harm that it was causing, I was like, thank you, Heavenly Father, because that mean I would have been a part of those issues that's
Right.
going on. And I was saying that because they had a kid on there. He was like, y'all be letting y'all feelings and all that, man, y'all got to get the money, because the money, I'm sitting there like, I'm not greedy behind money like that. I don't care who being killed, who being hurt, who being poisoned, or whatever is going on. I'ma still keep doing what I'm doing, because I'm reaping money. That's not me.
Basically,
that never been me. So I choose
I never
to
want
walk
that to be
away.
me.
I choose to walk away.
Basically, because it's not affecting my life
Right.
or my family or people I love. Go get the money. That sounds stupid as heck. That sounds so dumb. That's like somebody take a loved one of yours away, then they kill them for some money. And they saying, man, you gotta take the emotions out of all that. That's the same thing as when they send these weapons over here and killing innocent children, innocent women, innocent men for nothing. You killing people for nothing, for oil. You killing people for nothing, greed.
That's what I was about to say. It's almost like what's going on in the country now. Like a lot of celebrities or whoever have a lot of money. I'm not just going to pick as no certain people have a lot of money. But you took and went and voted a certain way because of the protection of your money. Not thinking that the reason you have that kind of money is because the same people that when you press that button to go that way are being hurt. So how you make your money? Because I know for sure, not just me, a whole bunch of people probably feel like me. I'm not going to keep supplying and come sitting at and watching your movies or coming to your concerts or doing anything. And you on that side because that means you voted for all this hurt that's going on in this country. You voted for that.
In this world, because they doing.
In this world. And that's what I'm about to say. In this world, because it's not just us.
Right.
And stuff. You voted for that. You went press the button for that because you was protecting your dollar. Because you was protecting your dollar, a lot of people going through a whole lot of stuff because of your choice.
Right. Blood is on their hands, but they don't. A lot of people don't see it.
Don't
Like,
understand
they
that.
try to separate themselves, because I ain't vote for that. I ain't vote. You voted for that.
this.
The same way us as
voted for this.
Americans, everybody that pay taxes, we was a part of the problem of everything that's going on. Until you have to take your accountability, no matter how harsh it may be. You have to take it. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy out here, son.
It's crazy. It is. But in all of it, just always know who you serving and serve God and believe in God and know that He got you through all of this and stuff. And He got us and stuff. But
When you walk, it's like, to me, and we always jump off subject, but it's okay. It's
It's
what
all
is
the
a
same.
podcast.
Everything is about what you. Life is what you
make.
Right.
You put.
When you serve God, I don't see how. And I know they really don't serve God. They serve another type of God. The Bible speak on different gods out here that people serve. But the God that I serve, the one who put air and breath in my body each and every day, you can't sit here and say you serve that God and you follow Jesus Christ and you sit there and vote for, not just vote, just be a part of evil and corruption and devilish ways and murder and all kind of stuff you can name, molestations and kidnappings and
hate,
wars and
right.
hatred and racism. It's like you can't sit here and say you serve God and you is with everything. Like I have family members that say certain things that don't sit right with my spirit. Guess what? I don't hang around them family members that much. Yeah, one, because I live way in Georgia and they live in a whole another state. But it's still to the fact, even when I don't really hang around them as much due to the fact you don't stand for what I stand for. I stand for God. I'm not going to deter away from him or Jesus Christ. So if what your message is disturbing that for me, I'm not about to be a part of it because I just feel like, to me, when I say I follow God and follow Jesus, that's what I mean. I don't mean nothing else beyond that. Like that's it. That's enough for me to say that's who I'm listening to. That's who I follow.
That's who I'm standing with.
Same with me.
Yes.
This is what I could tell you. What I have noticed, and just from my observation, people who say they followers of Christ, right? You could kind of tell the difference because if they always angry and they always mad and angry, and I don't know what Christ you following because that's not even his teachings. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
It is a difference. Well, guys, that's going to conclude today's episode of Three Hearts, One Beat. We want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing. We didn't gain some more subscribers, so thank all of you for subscribing to us. I want to say the last time I seen it, we was at 147, which is a big blessing because we started off with 0. But we want to say thank you. So make sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe, and so you can keep up with all our latest podcast episodes. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace.